Hello, welcome. My name is Renita Dindial, and today it is my pleasure to introduce you to literature. Thank you for joining us for today's lesson, An Introduction to Literature. I hope you will join us for our other classes. What is literature? Literature refers to pieces of writing. A broad outlook will classify all written works as literature. The subject, English literature or English B, is the study of such written pieces which are carefully considered for their literary merits. Why read? Reading is exciting because you can find a book on any topic or any subject area of your choice. Reading is entertaining. Yes, you can use reading not only to study, but for your leisure activity. Reading transports you without you even leaving the room. You can travel the world by just opening the pages of a book. Reading builds empathy. It helps you to step into the skin of the characters in the stories that you read. Reading gives new experiences. You can enjoy a different culture. You can immerse yourself in activities that you have never been exposed to by just reading. Our quote for today: reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body, by Richard Steele. Here are 10 shocking personal benefits of reading.
In a world where entertainment is right in our hands, you may ask yourself, what is the point of reading? In today's fast-paced world, reading is becoming a dying habit because there are fast alternatives to consume on social media. I read about a book a month, so I'm going to give you my top 10 reasons on why reading is important and why you should read. 1. Reading is food for the brain. In my opinion, this is the biggest reason why reading is important. Just like how our body needs food to sustain itself and function optimally, our brain needs to continue learning new things to function at peak performance. The best part is that you can read fiction and non-fiction to get this benefit. Studies have shown that reading has the power to change your brain structure, which makes you more empathetic and improves cognitive processes. By reading more, you become smarter since you are consuming a lot of information and you keep your brain in top shape. There's this quote from Game of Thrones that sums up this point nicely. My brother has his sword, King Robert has his warhammer, and I have my mind. And a mind needs books as a sword needs a whetstone, if it is to keep its edge. Tyrion Lannister. 2. You become better at conversations. Books help expand your vocabulary, which you can then use to express yourself better. Your speech will then be more refined and intelligent. Also, since reading widens your knowledge, you are empowered to participate in an interesting conversation. With the knowledge you gain from reading, you can add a unique perspective or sustain your argument. In this case, reading nonfiction can be better because you can learn about topics that show up more often in a regular conversation, like technology. But there are also instances where reading fiction can be better, like when there's a new popular movie out based on a book and you read the original source material. 3. You can get mentored by a successful person for a very cheap price. Think about how much a successful person's knowledge is worth. People are willing to pay millions to have lunch with Warren Buffett. If you're a normal person like me, you don't have that kind of money. But with books, you can get mentored by a successful person for less than $50. A book is literally the exact words, ideas, mindsets, advice, and even the experience of the author put into a collection of papers. It's almost like if the person is right there next to you, speaking to you. 75 of self-made millionaires reported that they read at least 2 books a month. The knowledge you can get from reading is irreplaceable. 4. Reading improves your focus and concentration. In our fast-paced world today, our attention spans are really short. Reading a book can help fix this because when you read, your attention is only focused on the story, and you can be fully immersed. You might even achieve a flow state where you are 100% focused and forget about the world around you. Try reading for 10 to 20 minutes before work on your morning commute, and you might find yourself more focused and productive at the office. 5. Reading opens your mind. As a reader, you will interact with different stories from different people with different ideas and beliefs. This helps open your mind and be more accepting of others, as well as improve your ability to judge other people's character. 6. Reading helps relax you. When you are reading something good, your mind is more relaxed, and the subject you are reading about might even bring inner peace. If you are reading fiction, while you may not be fed the images and sound like when you are watching a movie, you can experience the images and sound with your imagination. The feeling you get from finishing a book can be better than the feeling of finishing a Netflix episode. 7. Reading helps improve your memory. Whether you are following your favorite character through their journey or remembering tips on how to make more money, you will be using the memory area of your brain and keep it active. When you really need to remember something important, it will be easier. Every new memory you make creates synapses or brain pathways and strengthens existing ones, so memorizing will get easier. 8. Reading helps you make decisions better. When you are armed with all sorts of knowledge, making a decision can be easier because you see all possible options. You can make educated guesses on how each choice will play out and pick the one you like best. 9. Reading can help you sleep better. It can be hard to sleep when there's a lot of things going on in your mind. Reading for a short period of time can help push away what is bothering you internally. Also, we often use electronics late at night, which don't exactly help us sleep better because bright lights signal our brain it's time to wake up. Reading a book instead can help, but make sure you put it down once it's time to sleep. 10. You become who you are meant to be. This is a bit cheesy, but by reading, you can change your personality or beliefs. Books open up completely new worlds for us to grow and develop as a person.
Let's go! Here's a story for you to enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Story Circles. I'm Carolyn. Today we read one of the most famous stories from Greek mythology. These probably date back more than 3,000 years, and the ancient Greeks told these stories for moral education and entertainment. This one's called Pandora's Box. Zeus was the most powerful of all Greek gods. He was the god of the sky and of lightning and thunder, and he was the ruler of all other gods. There was one character that didn't appreciate the power Zeus held over humans. This was Prometheus. Prometheus thought that Zeus was a tyrant and that he treated humans cruelly. Zeus had taken away from the people of Earth their use of fire. This was a terrible act because people could no longer cook food or keep themselves warm. There was great suffering everywhere. Prometheus defied Zeus and stole fire and brought it back to Earth. Zeus was furious. How dare he? And so this powerful ruler came up with a plan to punish Prometheus by using his brother Epimetheus. Epimetheus and Prometheus were close brothers and had many adventures together. The plan was heartless and would affect all mankind. As ruler of the Greek gods, Zeus created a woman from clay, then commanded Athena, the goddess of crafts, to breathe life into this creation and to dress her in beautiful silver robes. And then Zeus commanded Aphrodite, the goddess of love, to make the woman so beautiful that all men would fall in love with her. And finally, the great ruler called in Hermes, god of wealth, travel, sleep, and thieves. Hermes was ordered to make the woman charming, but also curious, stubborn, and deceitful. Zeus named the woman Pandora. Pandora means the one who bears gifts. She was adorned with expensive jewelry and crowned with a beautiful gold headband. Around her neck, the gods hung garlands of lovely, fresh flowers. Zeus commanded his servants to give her a large, decorated box, which was shaped more like a big jar. "The gods have put many special gifts into this box," they told her, "but under no circumstance must you ever open it." Pandora agreed. "I promise I will never open this box." Hermes travelled with her to Epimetheus and presented her as a gift from the gods. Astonished and captivated by Pandora's beauty, Epimetheus forgot that he had promised his brother Prometheus that he would never accept a gift from Zeus. Pandora was too beautiful to resist. Epimetheus married her at once. Some years went by. Pandora never forgot about the box. She often wondered what special things might be inside. She came up with a list of what could be in the box: gold and silver nuggets, for sure. She pictured fabulous paintings, valuable emeralds and rubies, and beautiful dresses of fine silk. Sometimes, when her husband was not at home, Pandora went to the corner where the box decorated an expensive table. She would touch the pattern carved on its side and run her fingers along the opening. Then, one day when her husband had gone hunting, she found herself in front of the box. She longed to open the lid. She could almost see the silver and gold and precious stones. Curiosity took hold of her. With both hands she undid the metal clasp. She raised the top just a bit so that she could peep inside. But the lid opened with a force of its own, and out of the box, filling the air with a scent as powerful as rotting food, and with the buzzing sound of a horde of locusts, flew all the ills of the world. Out came disease, and war, and hardship, and suffering, sadness, and death. In shock and horror at the cruelty of Zeus, Pandora let the lid fall. Her body felt pinched and stung by the creatures of despair. Pandora laid her head on the box and wept. There she slowly became aware of a different sound, soft as a breeze, rhythmic as a heartbeat, coming from within. Once again, Pandora's curiosity drove her to lift up the lid. Up fluttered a tiny, luminous thing with silvery, gossamer wings. Pandora looked at its beauty and saw hope. The air cleared as the creature flitted around, and the room smelt as sweet as a garden in bloom. and Pandora's pain subsided. The end.
I will leave you with this activity. First, you need to choose a book. Secondly, set aside 15 minutes in the morning just to read. And finally, just do it. Read. Thank you for joining us for today's introduction to literature. I hope you are motivated to start reading since you've learned about all the benefits of reading. Do join us next time. Goodbye.